everybody. In my first video lesson on vocabulary building, I have discussed with you one of the strategies for vocabulary development, and that was adding of affixes. That means adding prefixes and suffixes to the base word or the root word. So in continuation with that video lesson, today I am going to discuss with you some of the common prefixes and suffixes. So here you can see a list of prefixes. So the prefixes I have written here, in, im, so ir, il, and you can see un, non, dis, and di. So these are all prefixes that changes the meaning of the word, or we can say these are the negative prefixes. So with in, we have inability, invalid, and then you can add on more words. I have just given two examples. Impossible, so possible, impossible. Immoral, moral, immoral. So irregular, irrelevant, illegal, illiterate. In the same way you have unable, unusual, non-violence, non-fiction, dislike, disagree, degenerate, defrost. So you have seen like these are all negative prefixes that change the meaning. And what you need to remember is usually when this IN is changed into IM when we have words starting from P or M. So P and M. So impossible, immoral. In the same way, when a word begins with R, so IN will change into IR, irregular, irrelevant. And when it's L, so IN is converted into, or IN changes into IL, illegal, illiterate. So these are the list of negative prefixes. And then we have prefixes of position, that is place, like impatient, outpatient. So inpatient, outpatient. In hospitals, we often see these words, inpatient and outpatient. Then you have midway, midnight. So these are also prefixes that you can add on a base word. Then inter. Inter means between. So interrupt, interfere. And then telephone, television. Tele means distant. And then transport. So that means trans is across. Transport, transfer. So these are some of the common prefixes, and we still have some more prefixes. This is prefix of position, that is time. So pre, we all hear about pre-primary and before the primary level. So pre-primary, prefix itself, that is fixing before. So prefix, prepone, a meeting is preponed. Then forecast, weather forecast, you often hear about weather forecast. So post, it's after, postpone, the meeting is postponed. Postgraduate. So these are prefix of pre, for, post. These are some examples of prefix of time, position, that is time. And then we have prefixes of quantity. So hyper, hypo, over, under. So hyperactive, it's overly active. Hypertension. So this is a state when your blood pressure becomes very, very high. So hypertension. Hypo is less than the required amount. So hypoactive, less than the activity that is considered to be normal. Hypoacidity. So in the same way, hyperacidity is another way of using. Hyperactive, hypoactive. So hypoacidity, hyperacidity. So overeating, overreact. So when you eat more than your body can digest, so it's overeating, overreact. Then you have underpay, underestimate. So undereating, it can be used. So underpay, underestimate. Then we have prefixes of number. Uni, mono, bi, di, then semi, or in the American accent is semi, and tri, cent, multi or multi. So unicellular, it's single cellular organisms that are made of just one cell, unicellular organism. Monologue, like in dialogue, it's a conversation between two persons. So monologue is just one person. Bicycle, you have two-wheel, two-cycle, bicycle, bike. So this is digraph. Semi-solid, semi is usually half. Tribe, 3 in number. Cent, 100. So century, 100. And then multi or multi, this is a multinational company, too many. These are some of the common prefixes that I wanted you to look at and think about. And in my next video lesson, I will discuss some of the common suffixes. Thank you.